Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus once again. I'm going to ask you to bear with me today. I just got up out of bed. I don't know what time it is, probably 2 or 3 o'clock. I couldn't sleep. There was so much on my mind about humanity. Or should I say the lack of humanity. You know, somewhere I've heard of a quote that says, "Render unto Caesar that which is Caesar, and to God that which is God." Interpretation: render unto the Spirit of life that which is the giver of life, and that to the artificial that which is artificial. Now that's a heck of a statement. When I'm lying there in the bed trying to figure out why so much suffering continues in this world, and it doesn't matter what people try to do to make it better, it seems to maintain the same status quo or get worse. As I'm lying there wondering, what does this thing mean? I think about money. You've heard the expression, money, the root of all evil. And then it reminds me when I see Donald Trump stand up before the American people, on whether they're at a rally or on TV, and he says, "I'm rich. I'm really, really rich." What is he doing? He's not lifting up God. He's lifting up money, the anti-God. That's the source of the anti-God. When I'm reminded that there have been people who have come along and they talked about good things, about true values of life, health care, and feeding the people, making sure that people are healthy with and educated, and very little support, or if any. And then you get a man that comes and says, "I am a rich man, and I want to do for you what others haven't done. Look at me, I got billions of dollars." Whether it's true or not, no one really knows, because he won't show his tax stuff. And then he got this big plane standing by him. What does it represent? Caesar. What does he represent? Money. What does he represent? The way of life that those who don't know God have chosen. And you see the people coming to him in the masses. You see people lying for him as he stand up and tell his own lies. Then they say, "Well, we don't care about his lies. He still cares about us." Then he gets a whole television station that repeats his lies and supports his lies and all the things that he comes from. And the politicians who have been convincing you that they go to church, they got a faith, they start supporting his lies. They start going right along with Satan. And then somebody can't sleep at night. Get up out of the bed and say to you, "People, you are being had." Then I should ask you, how many of you want to know that you're being had? Somebody says, "I don't care if I'm being had, just give me the money." And I stand before you, I want to say a loving person. But am I really? Just because I feel sad when I see people who are hungry, or people who are running from violence and danger, and I see somebody else put a door up and say, "You can't come in here, you're not welcome here." When I see people take their little kids and get on an inner tube or a log and travel across a bay, travel across all kinds of water trying to get to some safety, when I see that, and people say, "You can't come over here," and I'm over here where they're saying you can't come, that seems to me like being trapped in hell. Because there's no way, ladies and gentlemen, that the Lord God Almighty would do that to you. No. And you want God to come out and work a miracle. For what? I heard somewhere somebody said Jesus opened the eyes of the blind. Who did it help? whoever eyes he opened with the mud. It sure didn't help anybody else. I heard he made the lame walk. But who did he help? Who got the message? The one who began to walk. I even heard somewhere to put it ahead of the thing that he called the dead and the dead rose. Who did he help? The one that was dead. But what did he do it for? Did he do it for the one that was dead? Did he do it for the one that was blind? No, he did it so you could see what he represented. He didn't represent money. The people who eyes were open, who could see, who learned to walk, who were dead, they didn't have any money. The things that we can do for people does not require money. It doesn't require money to treat people right. It doesn't require money to love folks. But I tell you one thing, with money you can lose your love quick. With money you can ask the rich people of the world. Ask them what do they care about people. And they will tell you, what can I get from them? If I can't get anything from them, I do not give a damn, they will say. And they don't. And here in America, look at me, ladies and gentlemen. Do I look like I got any money? I mean, seriously. Do I look like I got any money? Hold up. I want to share something with you. Well, it's $2. I think I got that from my daughter Taylor yesterday. She bought something for me and I didn't give her the change back. And I got less than $1 in coins. So I got less than $3 to my name. I'm a social scientist, and I call myself a child of God who's been out here trying to set the world free based upon the truth. I got less than $3 to my name. So when you look at me, I don't mean nothing to you. Nothing, not one single thing. You don't want to hear one doggone word I got to say. Many of you might want me to go get a job. Get a job. Work for Satan. That's what you want me to do. Why? Because that's what you're doing. The difference is you don't know it. I do. I tell you about it. You think I'm crazy. Why? Because you don't know any better. You know, you just don't know any better. And you won't listen for nothing. I can ask you right now. If God made the earth, now here I go again, and planted all the resources in the earth that human beings would ever need throughout eternity to accomplish the things that are on their minds, and that each one have been given a role to participate in that process, and in exercising the role that you've been given, that it is the greatest manifestation that God and man working together at a period of time can ever do. There will be no lying, no cheating, no stealing, no killing, no terror, no war. And you can live with all of your dreams coming true. And it's been rejected. It's been rejected. Why? Because you do not know any better. If you knew better, you'd do better. Now, I say I know better, and I know everybody that knows me, basically, is waiting for me to conform to what they have conformed to. And unless I do it, I ain't nothing. And yet I can't sleep because of the pain and suffering that you feel. Why? is because there's something in me that will not allow me to relax while you are going through pure hell. Good God Almighty. You know, if you're waiting for God to take the thief down, it won't be done miraculously. It'll be done because someone got the spirit of love within themselves, a spirit that represents God, that allows that body to stand up and do the work of God. When you see these little babies on TV, they probably come from what Donald Trump would call these shithole nations, where people are suffering because they've been robbed. You say, what do I know? Let me tell you something, America. There are poor people in this country. Why do you think they're poor? Because they're living in a system that permits it. That's the way the world is operating. There are other places in the world where people are suffering, and others who believe in money, who believe in richness, go to their country and rob them, pay their leaders to help them rob their people. And the people coming out suffering without food, no health care, and you sit home. I heard somewhere the other day they said in Russia, when Donald Trump was connected up with them and some information got out, they got a certain segment for the elite where every house costs at least $25 million. And you think this ain't hell? For people who had nothing? And it's all about choice? There's no choice you can make that every human being on earth can have all the money they need. Why? Because when everybody got money, then it doesn't cost anything. Why? You got money, so what it gonna cost? You can get it. But if you ain't got money, and some people do, then you put in value on money and taking it away if you don't have money. And there you rob the people. You deny God's reality. Golly. Ladies and gentlemen, I've only lived 60-some years. And you have, those of you who are my age, or those of you who are step down. What's wrong with you? They got people up in Washington saying they're going to shut the nation down until they get what they want. And you know what? They ain't broke. They say, I'm rich. And I need a wall to protect me. At your expense. And you don't care. Give you the wall. Because you think that devil is going to do something for you. I know what I have said here today does not help anyone. I knew before I got out of the bed and came in here to do this that it would not help anyone. But I did it because it is the one thing that a broke person can do. The hardships have not got to me just yet where I would have to get a log, in a tube, and float across the waters to another place, running from fear for my life and danger. But in America, that's the path that we're on. America has chosen Satan over God. They have chosen lies over truth. They've chosen injustice over justice. And hate over mercy. And I'm talking about us. This is what we have done. My white brothers and sisters, they'd rather side with the devil than side with God. For they have given out a message in their congregations and over the media that this devil in the White House is God's representative. And let me ask you, do you believe that? In the sense that they say it is wrong, because that person doesn't even know God. And at the same time, the statement is basically accurate, because it has said that you shall reap what you sow. You can't reap love if you're a hater. You can't do the right thing with a wrong state of mind. But who can straighten out your mind? Pain and suffering can straighten out your mind, because everybody who crossed that river, everybody who crossed that water on a log with their kids and lose them, they know that there's no God in human beings. They know it, because if there were God, they wouldn't say build a wall. They'll say tear down that wall. They'll say tear down that wall that keeps people from getting health care. Tear down that wall that keeps people from being educated. Tear down that wall that denies people food and clothing and shelter. If they knew God, that's what they do. They tear down that wall that prevents people from living, from dreams coming true, prevents peace and prosperity and happiness in life. They tear down those walls instead of building up a wall that keeps people suffering coming to ask you for a piece of bread. This is America, ladies and gentlemen. You can say what you want to say. You can call it the greatest nation on the face of the earth. You can call it and make it great again. But this is America, ladies and gentlemen, with the lying and the cheating and the stealing and the trying to build bombs so you can take some more from people. This is America. I think I'll title this little presentation. This is America. And we all know it. The question is, what are we going to do about it? Thank you.